Alright, I knew at some point I was gonna mess up. Alright guys, it has been a minute. Let's start building this house. Oh, we need this more than you want it. I guarantee it. Alright guys, you do see it right. I got this on. I'm trying my best to be a little more organized. I'm just joking. Alright, we're gonna try to clean up a little bit of this concrete spill. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh. Alright guys, we got this all cleaned up. I can't lie. I put this on to be funny right now. I bought it so when I'm working up there, I don't like this. This will help me stay organized and stuff, but I don't know. I have these weird things about me. These weird tics, these weird things. And I just can't do it. I don't know. I can't do it. Alright, so clearly by the thumbnail you guys saw we're building the wall. So what I'm trying to do is I have to be on the inside of this wall and we need a straight line going all the way. That's why I had to clean up the bottom here. So we're gonna put a chalk line to make sure we get the perfect line. Perfect with that edge. And I put new chalk in here to get a really good mark. And we wanna make sure it's right up against this. And we'll get a perfect line. So that should be right on it. Good. So hopefully this will make sense. That blue line right there will be the inside of our wall. Then we're gonna frame it and it'll be on this side, and then our metal will be on the outside clearly. But because you guys know the concrete wasn't poured straight originally, we're gonna have some issues. So I think in order to keep this as best and simple as possible, we're gonna start on the low side because the pipes are closer to it, so we can start building our bottom plate, get the holes good, and then we'll move on from there. All right, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I haven't been super confident about this part. I'll explain why. So I don't know how well you can see that blue line, but it's right in here. And I'm gonna build this in 8-foot sections. So this is gonna go right to there. So unfortunately, I can't do it at the very end where the pipe's gonna be. We need a stud going up. So I'm gonna have to cut it in some. I'll probably come in about 16 inches because we're gonna try to keep everything 16 inch on center. So this board will slide perfectly in, but then the next board, I have 3 pipes to cut perfectly to fit over it. So my walls are perfect. So if I can do every 16 inches. All right, this is not even, I got the shorter ones. Okay. All right guys, I forgot. I bought 2 different lengths. This is the shorter board. These are the full-size 8-foot boards. So these will be my top and bottom plate, which should give me just enough extra room to not have to cut that board. I knew I didn't mess up. So I can get back to the 16 inch on center here, which is absolutely Wonderful. Very, very happy with that. And that's actually a hair over 8. So I'll need to cut that off. But let's go ahead and mark every 16. For most of you guys that don't know, a lot of tapes will actually mark them a different color every 16. Don't overthink it. Alright, so now we need to find where to cut this hole and get it the absolute best we can. So I'm going to try and line this up exactly on that line. And this is right on the line. So now we'll measure to the end down there. And 92 is right in the middle of that pipe. So now we'll come over here and we'll mark 92 right there. And then now in this spot, so now I have this 2.5 inch hole saw, and I'm gonna put it right in the middle on that, so whenever I cut, it'll be a little bigger all the way around. So I moved it to the edge here. Gonna make sure we line that up good. Start slow. Make sure it gets in where we want it. And then just go slow. That made a perfect hole. Alright, so now hopefully, whenever we line that board up down there where it needs to be, and over this, it'll be good. Okay. Perfect. That lines up perfect on this side. This side doesn't matter, don't worry about that. As long as this lines up, and that lines up, we're good. So again, you could tell this gap right here is not very big. The further you go this way, the bigger it gets. That's not because I messed up, it's because the concrete's messed up. So I'm gonna try to make this make sense. So these boards are cut a little bit shorter than 8 foot. So when you build your walls, you don't have to cut them all. So when you do it at your 16 inch on center, we'll have a stud there. It'll miss this. We'll have a stud here, a stud here, and a stud here, and it'll keep on going. But whenever we add the next wall that way, we just have to worry about the 2 pipes that way, but we're missing this pipe. So that works out great. And then that edge, I'll get to that later. Alright, I had to get out of the hoodie. If we're gonna start building walls, I gotta be good. Check this out. Boom. Cold Beer Ranch Seasoning Company. That's right. Boom. Did I buy into the company? Stick around and find out. So I'm gonna grab another one of these longer ones, and I'm gonna line it up perfectly with it. And this side here, we'll be able to cut that. Line it back up. And then how we did the 16 inch on the center, we're gonna mark them right here. And what we'll actually do is, we're gonna mark them both at the exact same time. So I'm gonna put it on this board right here. And again, it's on each red mark. So now, whenever I mark both, we know they're both good. these are our shorter boards, so it should give us the 8-foot total. And I'm gonna line the edge up there, and then the edge up here. And then now we know where the 16-inch on center is. Put that there and there. A couple more. Just pull this in nice and tight. And then we'll go ahead and measure. And that is right under 8 foot, which is perfect. All right, so that's fairly the easy part. This is where it starts to get a little tricky. I'm gonna have to cut the pipe and stand it up over it. And then I still need to put the sill stuff on the bottom, so don't worry. And I got anchors and all that, so don't worry. Right now we're just rough fitting it. So I need to cut that pipe down low enough, but high enough we can still hook a new pipe to it and then get that on top and hope it fits. All right, I'm gonna cut this with a electric saw. You could use a hacksaw, you could use whatever. This isn't that important. This is for our electrical and stuff. So I'm probably thinking I might be able to lift it right here, and I can always cut it down a little lower if I need to. So we'll see what this does. Oh yeah, safety first, y'all. Trying to be better. Let's go nice and slow. All right, so moment of truth. Hopefully this is cut low enough. I can set it on there, get it in place. This is pretty exciting stuff right here. First real wall's going up. Oh, it's gonna be difficult getting over that, I think. Hopefully it won't. Oh, I might. Let's see. Move this side. Back this way. So I can try to lean it up to get this over this pipe. I want to make sure everything's out of the way, rocks and all. All right, let's see. There we go, there we go. There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. It's moments like this, I wish Danielle was here to be a part of this. Unfortunately, as a lot of you guys know, she had to get one of her ovaries taken out. We had a scare with our baby. We needed to take care of some stuff. Luckily, I think everything is on the up and up. And hopefully, Danielle thinks she'll be out here tomorrow. It's been, at that point, 5-6 days of resting, so as much as I would love for her to be here for this, it'd be even cooler if I can get a lot of it done to surprise her. I don't think she knows I'm gonna get this much done. Hopefully. All right, guys, like we said, Cold Beer Ranch, did we buy into it? Are we part of the company or what? I mean, decked out and everything. No, we just bought into our buddy because we actually really like this stuff. It's really good. We bought a bunch of this ourselves with our own money, and we wanted to do that to, one, support a friend, and two, we want to do a bunch of giveaways for you guys. So if you guys haven't got any, get you some. And if you can't afford it for whatever reason right now, don't even worry about it. We're gonna give away some seasoning, a koozie, and cold beer. Sorry he gave this hat, but we're gonna give this hat away also. So if you guys want to check it out, go check out coldbeerranch.com. Check out the seasoning, and he's got other stuff on the way, plus merch. Alright guys, so if you want to win this pack, all you gotta do is comment down below as many times as you want. Comment Cold Beer Ranch. That's all you have to comment is Cold Beer Ranch, and you can get a hat, seasoning, and a koozie, and we'll send it out to you ASAP. We're gonna pick a winner on the next video, so comment down below, and make sure to go to coldbeerranch.com if you want to buy some yourself. Oh, but holy cow, it looks cool. I love seeing a wall. This is a very easy part of it, and then as you can tell, the top will have to start going up at an angle, but for now I love it. Now we need to figure out the next one with the next 2 pipes, get that situated, and we'll just go 8 foot at a time. All right, so just to make sure this doesn't move and it needs to be where we want it to be, we're gonna go ahead and lock it in with the screw. And it also pulls it in nice and tight. All right, and again, don't worry about the bottom. This isn't permanent. We'll put the seal tape, foam stuff down the bottom, and then bolts and all that. We just gotta get it how we need it first. So we're gonna go again with this, line that corner up, line it up with the line, and then measure these pipes and make sure we get it in the right spot. We'll measure 8 foot. Oh, please let this work. Oh, yeah. Heck yes. That's what I'm talking about. All right, this one's gonna be a lot harder with 2 pipes. Maybe if I put these under here to lift it up a little bit, might make it a little easier. Get a little leverage. Oh, yeah. There we go, there we go. Okay. Whew. All right, this was truly my biggest fear, was lining all those pipes up the way they needed to go. I stressed and stressed and stressed about it, and I think this is a good learning thing for you guys. Don't overthink it, just get in there. You're probably gonna do better than you think. The whole last couple of weeks have been terrible on us, and I couldn't think straight. And now that we're on the up and up, I told you guys, we're coming back with a vengeance, and we're coming back with some walls. All right, so now we're at the point where do we continue coming this way or do we start here in the corner? And I'm thinking we're gonna start here on the corner, frame out our door, our window, and then the part in the middle we could squeeze together. I feel like that's the best way. That way, if I have to fudge anything, it's in the middle. Again, none of this will be load bearing, so don't judge the framing. Even though I'm gonna frame it like a normal house, don't judge it too bad because none of the load will be on there. That's why we have the big trusses. We're doing it like a pole barn. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna frame up our door, and from this point, I want it over 1 foot. So we'll mark 1 foot here. And then we'll make sure that the inside of the door is right here. So we want everything going that way. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. And then the inside rough measurement opening needs to be 34 1/4. So we're gonna put that there, 34 1/4. We're gonna mark that. So everything else needs to go that way. So this will be our door right here, and then from there, it can come this way. And then 16 on center, and then 16 on center. So this isn't my first house to frame up, but it has been a while. So I'm going to really take my time on this. We're gonna make sure we do the inside here first. You want to make sure you got some good straight boards because this is where your door's going. Got it there. You got your end. 16 on center. So we are going with spray foam. Hopefully that's the plan, but if not, we could still use the pink insulation and get it right in the 16 on center. And then also our drywall and everything like that will hit dead on. So we want to make sure we always do it the best we can. And technically, if we do this on the end, and then even though this is a pole barn and we could frame it very, very simple because of the weight not being on here, I still want to frame it like a door. So, like traditional framing, I guess. So we're going to double this one up. And then we'll measure up as high as we need. We'll cut it, and then we can make our top header for the door. So our door is going to be 80 inches tall, but we need the rough opening to be 82. So technically, we're going to be cutting out the bottom of the door plate. We'll be cutting that out. But first we just want to frame it all, get it where it needs to be, and then we'll cut that out because we want our door to sit straight on the concrete and not on that wood. So with the 82, make sure to take off the 1.5. To make sure I do this right, I'm gonna get this door here first, down the bottom. Get it right where I want it. Tack it in with one nail. I'm gonna do the same over here. There we go. And then of course, this is gonna be butted up next to it. I'm gonna use the cutoff here to make sure I get it where I need it, so then they line up correct. We can put this where it needs to be. Let's measure this, 37 1/4. Let's measure this, 37 1/4 and 1/4. So now we know if we cut 37 1/4 and put it across here, it'll fit good. The way I'm gonna do it is this way, where that fits in there. And then I'm gonna cut 2 of these that'll fit like this, one on this side and one on the bottom, and that'll be plenty strong for a door that we don't even have to frame it up too bad. Again, because there's no weight being distributed off of the roof down onto here because of our trusses. I don't know if you guys could see that move, but it brought it in. And then this, yes sir, we'll do a screw and bring that into it. I'm gonna nail it in this way. That should hold that all in. I highly recommend don't use your drill as a hammer. Do as I say and not as I do. This is cool seeing this. So this will be our door. Heck yeah. Alright, so now we have the door framed. We will need our window above our sink right here, which is going to be a 3-foot window. I already marked on the ground. So, let's see. If we do to there, we do 5 foot, another 5-foot wall. So we technically could do a 10-foot, but we don't have a 10-foot board. And I'm not gonna wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a 5-footer, and let's frame out this part in the window right here, and then we'll just fix that right there in the middle, which will lock it all together. All right, at this point you already know the drill, so I'm gonna go at it. All right, I knew at some point I was gonna mess up. Oh, I saw it and I saw it and I saw it, and I thought I had it right and I did it wrong. I put the bottom plate on, flipped the wrong way, so that side over there is where it needs to be, and this side's off about 2 inches. So I need to pull it off, drill the hole over a little bit, and it'll fit. It won't be exactly perfect, but it'll still work. Oh, holy cow, I don't think that could be any tighter of a fit. I got it as tight as it can get. It is snug up in there, but got the whole wall done, which I am extremely happy about. Because my goal right now was to finish the whole bottom. The top's gonna be a little more of a hassle because, well, it's way up there and it's pretty big, so I'll have to figure that out later. But the fact that I got this done, the door, the kitchen window, and then down over there will be the bathroom and stuff. Maybe it'll start to make sense as we frame it. But holy cow, I cannot wait for Danielle to see this. All right, guys, look who's out here.
I'm here.
You survived the surgery.
Yes.
If you guys want to know a little bit more in detail and stuff, we talking coffee crockers, crocker life stuff, but you are doing better.
Yes, I'm good. Baby's good.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit slow moving.
Yeah.
But
She's gonna get up on the roof and work. Anyways, what do you think of this?
it's so crazy to see walls up.
Yeah.
Or like we pulled up and it just already looks so different.
Yeah.
It's a house.
It's pretty crazy. We are getting like 50, 60 mile an hour winds today, so that's all we're gonna be doing. But I did make a big mistake that I wish I would have done differently. So like I told you guys, I'm gonna be putting the sill plate down on the bottom and doing all that. Well, I was telling Danielle, I think I should have put it on there already, because now I gotta lift the wall and it's so tight. You guys watched me do it. It was incredibly tight on there. So I would have done that differently, but I think I have a way to figure it out to do it. I'm not doing it right now, but being able to see our kitchen window and our door, it just starts to put it all together.
It really does. It's crazy.
Yeah. Part of it is like, oh, it's starting to like enclose it, make it look smaller, but at the same time, we built plenty of buildings where it looks big, it looks small, it looks big, it looks small, and then when you're done, it looks big. So we're not worried about it, but hopefully you guys like the building video. We are gonna cut it short right here. It is just windy, and I need to attach the walls on a little bit more to get through this wind. But coming up, we will be fixing the sill plates and all that, getting it locked in, building the other walls. We are trying our best to get this sucker covered and full of metal, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave y'all on this. We have some big news, something big that we need and want is coming here.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, it's pretty awesome, and it's gonna help us get to that next level.
Yeah, it's been very hard to keep a secret.
Yes, very, very hard, but hopefully maybe in the next video we'll reveal it.